8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Monday, so that means 3 things. 1, I'm not EMCM. 2, it's a Mamba Monday. And 3, it's time for the 24 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of poverty's environment, the Pope Chuck Paul. I'm gonna get straight into it. BMF, the series on Star, executive produced by 50 Cent, dropped yesterday. I'm gonna give you all the spoilers. I'm gonna talk about the whole shit from beginning to end. So what first takes place, 2005, I believe. Meech just came home or something like that. I forgot, honestly. But he came through the hood. He threw him like a big celebration party, welcome back party, whatever the case may be. And then he starts reminiscing, going back to when they first started. Now, the backstory about BMF, the Black Mafia family, started in Detroit by brothers Demetrius, Big Meech Flannery, and his younger brother, Southwest T, Terry Flannery. They got pretty much, they were like the black mob. They had cars, money, women, and they branched out all across the motherfucking US and shit. They had spots in ATL, LA, folks in New York. And of course, you know, being a high profile drug dealers, rappers and entertainers tend to cling on to these kind of guys or whatever. You know, they always want to be around the street dudes. And the street dudes, they want to be around the entertainers and the rappers. You start to see Big Meech in a lot of videos and whatnot with the mink on and shit like that. You got a billboard on a highway that said the world is BMF. Mind you, they weren't even a record label yet. So doing all this flossing and shit. They had one artist, Blue Da Vinci. I don't think he ever came out though, but they did pretty much fund Jeezy's career. You know, they backed him up like, you know, he's with us, the BMF t-shirts and all that shit in his videos and whatnot. Because, you know, when you're a rapper and you're a street rapper, you need that street cred, and those were them type of dudes who had it. There's stories about Meech and Puff getting into it in Atlanta several years ago. Like, these dudes were everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time in Philly, Club Transit, they had a party. This was back in like early 2000s, like 05, 06, something like that. This is when I was heavy in like going out to clubs and buying bottles and shit just to skip the lines, whatever. Couldn't buy a bottle. They bought them all. All I wanted was some Moet, some Henny, you know, so couldn't even get that. But yeah, so back to the TV show. They're sharing milk. That's showing how poor they are, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward to 95, I believe. I think T's in high school. Meech, he's out of high school but still living at the house. They're going to meet up with this other rival gang. Their gang, their crew, is the 50 Boys. The other crew, I believe, is the 12th Street Boys. So they're going to debate about some turfs, like who going to take what or whatever. They start arguing. Mind you, they're like underneath the bleachers or some shit at some school. T pulls out a pistol. They dead it. Meech is like, yo, let him have that spot. They bicker over it, whatever. Next day, Meech and T's father finds the gun. Starts arguing with Meech, kicks him out the house, this, that, and the fourth. It was really T's gun. He took the rap for him. Now, Meech moves out. Next scene, you see him at his baby mom's crib. Who is baby mom's? Sexy ass Cash doll. And congrats to her. She's having a baby boy, I believe. Well, she's definitely pregnant. I'll tell you that much. She's definitely pregnant. Get to see her beautiful brown titties in this scene. Oh, Jesus Christ. But anyway, so they doing what they doing. Soft porn shit as usual on Stars. Someone's at the door. She goes to answer. It's this crazy ass motherfucker named Lamar who used to run all of Detroit. That's his baby mom's. Well, that's her baby mom. Sorry about that. So now you got Meech fucking this old OG's baby mom. And he just came home and sees how the shit he used to run is going crazy now. A bunch of little crews is running shit. So he casing the joint. He just outside the crib just watching. He sees Meech come out and tries to run him over with his motherfucking car. Says, next time I won't miss. Whatever, man. So, Meech and T is talking about different places where they could move their product and whatnot. So they found a park where they could hustle at. Cool. Also, Wood Harris is in this shit also. He's one of the other older OGs who's getting money, who they cop from. So they made a plan. They're going to go get all fly and fresh, go to his birthday party, and try to re-up faster. And pretty much, he shut him down, was like, nah, y'all moving too fast. T and Meech ain't like the fact that motherfuckers telling them where they can hustle, where they can't hustle, how much weight they can get, how much weight they can get. And that's when they start talking about getting bigger, branching out. But like I said, this is the first episode. We're not going to see them with the motherfucking cars, with the crazy stash boxes in the super duper duplexes and compounds that they later owned several years ago. Oh, if you're wondering, Southwest T came home, I think, this year or last year. Meech gets out in 2028. He was going to get out in 2031, but he's getting out a little bit earlier. He already did like 16 years. And mind you, this is his first offense too, but whole other story. So yeah. So T's also having a child. At the baby shower, he dips out, he leaves. The next day, he's with his baby mom's crib. He's supposed to meet up with Meech, I guess to meet up with somebody else about some work or whatever. T goes out to the car to go get his baby's pacifier to bring it back in before he dips out. Someone shoots him in the face. We don't know who it is. Episode over. So from the jump, they get it popping. You're gonna see. We don't know if it's the dudes that they was beefing with over the corners. We don't know if it's. We don't even know if it's Lamar, or it could be the dude that he got into a fight with in his class. I didn't tell you about that part, but it wasn't too crazy. But yeah, overall, first episode, I give it an A-. You know, you got Meech's son playing him, looking just like him. You know what I'm saying? You got the father. And I wanted to bring up this point too. In the episode, the father works his job at the factory, whatever, gives his check to the wife, she pays the bills. The house is in foreclosure though. He's like, yo, what happened? I'm gonna give you the money to pay the bills. But she's like, yo, this shit just keeps adding up. And then he finds out his son is hustling and tries to give him money. And the father's pride is broken. It's like, yo, I'm working, doing this, and you out in the streets doing this. Yo, man, it's hard. The mother was like, well, if we ain't got it, then you go and tell our daughter she can't go on that class trip. You see her face. And that's one thing I always say. No matter what financial hardships you go through, your kids should not feel it. The first thing I tell you, when I lost my job, look, me and my son was still going to get ice cream, whatever, gummy bears and shit. We were still going to the movies. It was still motherfucking Lego meetings every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? It was still BBQs on Saturdays and Sundays or whatever. Like, we still did our thing. But pride's a motherfucker. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens on the second episode, because they about to get it shaken. And also, the Raising Kanan season finale. Man, oh man. These motherfuckers is vicious. Think about it. In Power, you had Tasha, she had her kid shoot his daddy. And now you have Rock, has her son Kanan shoot his daddy. And of course, the whole setup where Lulu took the jacket from his hotel room. And you see that Kanan had the jacket on when he shot Detective Howard. Because they're gonna frame Unique. That's exactly what the fuck happened. But I'm gonna fast forward a bunch of shit. After he shot Detective Howard, Scrappy comes and picks up Kanan. It was supposed to be Marvin, but they had to do a little switcheroo or whatever. Because Lulu was fucked up, Marvin had to go in, take the jacket, the bloody jacket that is, and put it back inside Unique's hotel room. So, Marvin did that. On his way back, he was supposed to go and get Kanan to take him out of town, whatever, to his grandmother's. But he was doing that. So Scrappy had to do it. But the police was swarming and locking up locking up everybody, jamming up everybody, blocking up different streets and shit, so they couldn't get out. Marvin ended up getting pinched by the cops. Regular traffic stop though. When they seen his name, they took him in. Why they took him in? The white chick from the bar. But once he seen that, he was like, oh, I'm out of here. I'm good. Y'all gonna believe her? She do anything for A-ball. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was some crazy shit that he was about to get arrested for. But how did Kanan get out of town? Rock called Diet Shamar Moore to come get Kanan. Yeah, my son shot somebody else again. Take him out of town for me, please. Madness. And also at the end of all of that, Detective Howard woke up. They asked him, who shot you? Who shot you? Show over. But during this thing, you can see how manipulative Rock is. She told Lulu, you're not leaving the game. Because he wanted to leave the game after that. After she put the hit on Howard, he was like, yo, this is too much. Like, I want to go legit. My recording studio. And she's like, nah, nigga, that's my recording studio. He's like, it's a record label. Well, she said, well, it's mine. You pay for it with the money I give you. Therefore, it's mine, nigga. I'm like, damn, vicious. You see where Kanan gets it from later on in life. But yeah, man. Detective Howard is still alive. Whew. Spoiler alert. But who knows if he's going to remember. So a little sports now. Andrew Wiggins and Kyrie Irving refused to get the COVID vaccine. And there are only 3 arenas, I believe, that has a mandate where in the arena you have to be fully vaccinated. You can't just come in if you have a negative test. You have to be fully vaccinated. And that's the Golden State Warriors arena, Madison Square Garden, and the Barclays Center. Now, this would mean Kyrie Irving would not be able to play in home games. Andrew Wiggins would not be able to play in home games either. So these teams have a decision to make. Either trade them or just let them rock out and play away games and they just get paid for that. Simple, right? Some people, I even seen someone on Facebook and said, well, if they plan on not playing X amount of games, I hope they don't get paid. I'm thinking in my head, why does it matter if they get paid or not? It's not your money. These guys have a different type of job. Like this is what I was saying before about Paul Pierce and the whole fuck you money shit. These guys make enough money where they can say, you know what then? I'll sit out this year. I'll wait till shit get back to normal. Whenever that be. I got enough money to chill this year. I could lose 30 million this year. I got 30 mil coming next year. Or I have 60 mil sitting in the bank, liquid. I have other investments. I'm good. They can do that. Us regular folks can't be mad at them for exercising their rights. It's a free country, right? They know the consequences. Like, all right, cool. So if I don't play, I don't get paid. All right, cool. Fuck it. They can do that. you know? And it just makes you think like, well, if this arena does it this way, how come this arena can't do it that way? You know, but to each his own. Like, I'm not a scientist like some of you motherfuckers always claim to say. It's like, all right, I shouldn't have an opinion on science because I'm not a scientist. But you, who are also not a scientist, can have opinion on science. Whatever. That motherfucker's crazy. But also, in sports, Ben Simmons still does not want to play for the Sixers. He said he does not want to play in front of their fans ever again. Now, I'm thinking, man, like, does he even mean, like, if whatever team he goes to, he doesn't even want to, like, play at that game either? Like, this motherfucker has the gall, the audacity. Like, this motherfucker great. Like, and thinking about this whole situation, he's not the only one who's at fault. The Sixers are at fault also, because they coddled this motherfucker since he came in the league. His first year, rookie year, he did not play. He just sat on the sidelines. He could have been working on his game. They could have told him, like, yo, we need to do this, X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the fourth. When they had Brett Brown, he let him do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. So you can't be mad at him for not wanting to change his game now. Because at the end of the day, it's like, they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, guess what? This dog don't want to learn nothing new at all, motherfuckers. He's stubborn in his ways. What can you do? I could think of like a couple of straight up trades. Ben Simmons for John Wall. Ben Simmons for Kyrie. Ben Simmons for Damian Lillard. Because when you think about it, if he goes to Portland, boom, he's the point guard. Or if he's not the point guard, he's the power forward. Because at the end of the day, if he's the ball in his hands majority of the time, he may get fouled a lot. And his free throw shooting is freaking terrible. I think he had the lowest in the playoff history, like 30-something%. He goes to Brooklyn, sheesh. You have him playing the one. Or even like the power forward. You move KD to the small forward. Joe Harris can stay at the two guard. They don't have DeAndre Jordan no more. I don't know who they have playing center. Hell, it's the age of small ball. Blake Griffin could play center. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is making a comeback too. I don't know if he's re-signed with the Nets or not. I could be mistaken. I'm not sure. But hell, you could do that trade. Houston want to trade John Wall. John Wall, you know, they mutually agreed they're working out ways or teams that he could get traded to. He could start fresh over there. I forgot who said it. Like, Ben Simmons is one of those kind of players, you know. He can get other guys shots. And if you surround him with shooters, I mean, you don't really need to shoot. Kick and dish. The money kind of evens out, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much John Wall getting paid every year, but I know it's damn near 20-something. It's in the 20s. And Ben is in like 33s. I think he has till November 1st. And I think half his contract is guaranteed. So, that will be interesting. He said he does not want to play in front of Philly fans ever the fuck again. Sheesh. Oh man, and one thing I definitely want to talk about. You know what? I gotta have a sip for this one. Jeez. That Grandma Ye. Nicki Minaj. Been in the news as of late about her rants about COVID and the vaccine and whatnot, and her cousin's balls that got swelled up. Why are you talking about her cousin's balls for? Jesus Christ. But anyway, after that and her backlash at the White House and Fauci, almost immediately, I believe the young lady's name is Jennifer Ho, Hough. That's her last name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I hope it's not How and I'm pronouncing it Ho by accident, but I'll just call her Jennifer H. The woman who was raped by Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, back in 94. In 95, he was convicted and he served 4 years for attempted rape on this young lady. Recently, Kenneth Petty failed to register as a sex offender in California, and he entered a plea deal. And also, Jennifer H. was on The View, and she was talking about how she has been being bullied by Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty, their associates, try to get bribed into recanting her story, or just not talking about it at all anymore. And one time she said Nicki Minaj had called her, and before she got off the phone, she told Nicki, was like, woman to woman, this really happened. And Nicki hung up. My whole thing is this. Nicki Minaj's brother is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. No one in her camp said, yo, I don't think it'll be a good look to date this dude who was charged with rape before, and your brother was charged with rape? Like, how does that even work? Like, can he even be around his own kid? When you have a kid party, can he be around those kids? Like, why would you even want to have like consensual sex with someone that was in jail for rape? Let alone be cool with someone who was in jail for rape. And I get it, some people are wrongly convicted and whatnot, but in this situation, this motherfucker did it. And it's just like, yo, you would think she was trending in the right direction when it comes to like relationships in the public eye. You know, she came in the game with Safari, childhood boyfriend. Then with Meek Mill, mid-level rapper, getting money, hot in these streets. Then with Nas, one of the GOATs. You got one of the kings in New York, one of the queens in the game, Nicki Minaj. You know, they had like the Sag Virgo thing going, like Jay-Z, Beyonce. That would have been a dope look. But then she goes to that dude. I don't know, like, it's just some chicks that just be wanting to have a child and just wanting to be married just to say, I have this. But yo, she could have had anybody. And she got to deal with this shit. I mean, yeah, she could divorce the motherfucker. But you got to kill this motherfucker now. I don't get it, dog. Like, this whole situation is fucking nasty. Like, you're married to a rapist. And no matter what he does or whatever, that shit will always follow the both of you. Motherfucker could end up back in jail over the not registering in California. But hey, man, shit. Like I always say, better them than me, motherfuckers. Woo. That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm sorry. That was a lot. But man, that was really grinding my gears this week. But yeah, I can't wait to see the second episode of BMF. Great motherfucking series. Great motherfucking series. Oh, I seen that movie Karen. Satire movie about a white woman named Karen, who is a Karen, who has like a crazy cop brother also, and they hate black people. And this black couple moves in her neighborhood. She tries to get them to move out, tries to get them killed, arrested, the whole nine. It's hilarious. Check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. And before I let go, happy birthday to my favorite fairy, Teraya. Love you, kid. Like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good. God is great. Thank God my paper's straight. Free the real, keep the fake. I'm the Pope Chick Paul. Peace out.